How do we become aware of ourselves? Are we certainly aware, or are we just aware? Do we become aware of ourselves by just knowing our identity? Can we be able to lead others and become good leaders without being aware of ourselves first? Not being aware of our capabilities, limitations, wants, and goals. On this video, we'll talk about self-awareness as part of the 4 pillars of heroic leadership. Self-awareness, as defined from Chris Loney's book, is never a finished product. It is to order one's life. Self-awareness is the ability to see ourselves clearly, understand who we are, how others see us, and how we fit into the world. Self-awareness, as part of the 4 pillars of heroic leadership, establishes and nourishes the other virtues. Knowing ourselves is not as simple as this. It takes great determination to know our individual identities. There are suggested ways on what to do when pursuing to achieve self-awareness. First, we prepare ourselves and thoroughly ask for God's guidance to direct and help us on the quest in finding ourselves. We apply and practice the daily examen. Watch this video on YouTube as guide on what and how to practice the examen prayer.
Is a simple but powerful technique of prayerful reflection. Experience alone does not teach us much. It is when we reflect on our experience that we really begin to learn. The examen is a practice developed by St. Ignatius of Loyola around 500 years ago. It can help us see God's hand at work in our daily lived experience. It is a simple prayer that has the capacity to transform our lives by helping us become more aware. It is best prayed daily.
Start the quest. Search and discover more of yourself. Do meditations. Take a walk with nature. This will help us reflect. Continue to learn new things. Never deprive yourself from learning, because the more you learn, the more you know. Take some advice, those good and helpful ones. Know your role in the society and always uphold equality. Assess yourself when you are with groups. Who do you particularly want to talk and be with? What do you plan to do? Where would you feel at ease? What kind of situation you want and don't want to be in? And reflect if you can really be who you are with other people. Capture, absorb, and appreciate moments in life that feels and makes you who you are. Recognize the things you aren't very patient of. Assess and evaluate your progress. Jot down and eliminate what and what's not helping you to improve. Additional practices are reflect on your daily works, examine your conscience, point your strengths and weaknesses. Eliminate distractions, be cognizant of your emotions, and detachment or taking some time off, like from your friends, works. If we aspire to become leaders, we are really encouraged to know better, deeper, and more personal about ourselves. Because as leaders, we lead to inspire others and help others lead themselves. Because we cannot be of a great help and a great leader to others if we cannot help ourselves. We train ourselves to adapt to the changes of the world because the world keeps changing, and so leaders must keep changing as well. We avoid denying our weaknesses and our losses. We avoid saying we know all details about ourselves, and refusing to accept criticisms and rejections. Here's a short animation video about reflection on one's self.
like being you, said the reflection in the mirror. To me, you are perfectly perfect. I blushed. Me? Yes, you. And by the way, you have wonderful eyes. I blinked, astonished. I do? Absolutely. They sparkle like stars on the darkest of nights. I gazed downward. Thank you. Your eyes sparkle too. Sweet of you to say. You have a marvelous voice. I gently whispered, You really think so? Of course. You sound as joyous as a songbird, whistling in the trees. And you have a magnificent smile. I sheepishly grinned. Well, Mama always says, start every day with a smile. I agree. Your smile is as bright and cheerful as the sun in the sky. And you are quite smart. I took a step towards the mirror. I do try very hard. You sure do. You're as brilliant as a rocket scientist. I like that you are friendly. I leaned in closer. It's very important to be nice, you know. It sure is. You're as peaceful as a butterfly. And you have a lot of courage. I raised my head high. I auditioned for the school play today. Outstanding. You're as brave as a lion. You're a fantastic dancer. I spread my arms wide. Watch how fast I can twirl. Around and around I went. Amazing. You're as graceful as a dolphin gliding through the sea. I plopped on the ground, giggling as the room playfully spun around. And you have a terrific laugh. Thank you very much. Your chuckle fills the air with bubbly joy. But most of all, I like your heart. Your kindness is as beautiful as a rainbow. I stood up and walked towards the mirror. To me, you are perfectly perfect. I gently pressed my hands against the glass. I like being you. We smiled in unison. I like being you too. I want to be you forever.
Pursuit of self-awareness is never a waste of time. At the end of the day, self-awareness is a vital key in leading inspiring others and in bringing yourself much closer to God. It will help you to have good decision-making as you are well aware of your interests. There is comfort in knowing ourselves. Thinking we are self-aware is far different from knowing that we are aware of ourselves. Unlock possibilities by knowing more of yourself. We are Ignatian Circle, one of I 10.1E1E3, saying thank you, and have a great day.